Hello, this is Alistair Goodell from GT Electric Driving School here. This is a video about how the Satnav is used in the driving test. So at the moment the camera is set up that hopefully you can just about see the Satnav in my car. I have a built-in Satnav in the vehicle. But the examiners will have a Satnav that's put just in behind it in the middle of your screen. Can be a little bit obtrusive, to be honest, but it will be there for the 20 minutes of the test. Now 4 out of every 5 tests will have a Satnav. The other 5th one will have will follow directions, follow signposts, that sort of thing. So this is all about how to follow a Satnav and potentially 1 or 2 of the sort of complications that a Satnav might have that the examiner might pick up on. Okay, so first of all I'm going to program it. Now I have 1 or 2 sort of addresses in my system, and I will go to the right one and hopefully find the right one. So I'm just confirming. So it's just confirming what we're going to do. Now the Satnav hasn't said anything yet, but she will tell me something in due course. Now at the moment we're going to follow a blue line that's on the screen. You might just about be able to see it. Top right corner tells me some instructions. So in 80 yards I will be turning left, and then possibly then turning right. On the right hand side here there's a screen that tells me the destination is not very far away. The time currently is 13:39. It reckons that by 13:48 I should be there. So that's sort of general information. So I can look at the Satnav, but I will most importantly be able to listen to the Satnav, and that's crucial. So what I'm going to do is get myself ready to go. So I'm just going to put it into gear and we'll be ready to go. So I'm checking around, looking from left to right in my mirrors. Blind spot over my right shoulder. I'm going to indicate to the right. I'm just easing off the brake, and then we can get around this car and off we go. I'm turning left. Now in that case the Satnav didn't say anything, but I would imagine she might say something in a minute.
Turn right, B2010, Farley Hill.
So turning right. So I'm checking main and right mirrors, indicating right. I need to get back onto my side of the road. I'm gently braking to a stop. Looking left and right. We've got a little bit of traffic coming from the right hand side, nothing coming from the left. So I'm just going to start to move off and down the road, and we're going to push on down the road. I'm just checking my mirrors and looking, scanning the road left and right, looking out for anybody coming out of side roads. I'm also keeping my eye on my speed. 25 miles an hour and a 30 is fine, but we've got a bit of a hill coming up, so I'm going to start to push on up the hill. Be aware that something big might be coming around that corner. Doesn't look like it at the moment, so we're going round, continue around. Now the road is a little bit rough around here, so apologise if it camera gets a bit bumpy. Really could do with
After 200 yards, turn left, B2010, College Road.
So the Satnav has just told me to turn left, take the next turning on the left. I can see some signage up ahead, and I can also check
turn
it with
left.
the Satnav. Turning left, so now I'm checking my mirrors, indicating left. Bringing the speed down again, coming round to the left. Now I'm keeping on the left hand side, looking at the road, a little bit narrow here. We've got parked cars on the right, pedestrians on the left hand side. Nothing coming, so I'm just picking the speed up a little bit. Again, it's a 30, so I'm keeping it under the speed limit. 26, 27 at the moment. looking ahead, round the corner, keeping on my side of the road. Now there's some sort of roadworks going on here, so I'm just checking around and I'm slowing down. I'm just waiting to see what I can see and how it's going to affect me. At the moment there's a car coming through, so I'm checking around, slowing it right down. Now there's a big ramp coming up. Pedestrian might be crossing the road, no he's not. So I'm over the bump, over one, over two, checking around again, moving on again. Just being aware that there's a doctor's surgery on the left hand side, people could be coming in and out of there. Blue sign on the left tells me I can only go left, so there's technically no need to indicate, but the giveaway sign says I should check to my right, which I will do so, and it looks okay at the moment. So I'm going to keep on the left hand side. Now this is where sat-navs can fall down a little bit. It's not really telling me an awful lot. I've got 3 lanes at the moment. It's telling me there's a roundabout up ahead, and we need the 2 right-hand lanes. So I'm in the left lane, so probably in the wrong one. So the examiner may well tell me something about what lane I might need, and in this case he will probably suggest that I would continue straight ahead following signposts for M20 Chatham. So I'm going to check main and right, indicate right, and I'm going to go into the middle lane, because in this particular case the left lane goes West Malling, Tunbridge, the right hand lane goes Town Centre, and the middle lane, which is the one I'm in, goes to M20 Chatham. Waiting for the pedestrian cross. We've got red traffic lights, so I've got cars to the left and to the right of me. I'm aiming for the middle lane up straight through. I'm also being aware of the traffic flow and the box junction. If the traffic ahead had stopped, traffic jam, congestion, I would probably need to wait here, even though the light may change green. At the moment it's now turned green, so I'm now looking around, keeping in my middle lane, making sure I stay in the middle lane. I don't want to be going anywhere near those white lines in the road. Following the arrow, putting the arrow straight through the middle of the road, of the car. Checking out the green traffic lights at the moment. Green lights have a nasty habit of going red. Just following that white line in the middle of the road. Now I'm continuing to look for the middle lane. So I'm checking my left hand side, and I'm going to check mirrors and indicate left to move into the left lane, into the middle lane rather. Now the middle lane and the right hand lane go in the same direction, but if you've got 2 lanes going in the same direction, you should always try and gravitate to the left. So this is what I've done. I've gravitated to the left of the 2 lanes that go straight on. This lane actually also goes left, but I want to go straight ahead, and straight ahead towards the clock tower. We're continuing on. Now at the moment the sat-nav has not told me anything, so I'm just assuming we're going straight ahead, and everything looks fine. It's now telling me in 800 yards there's a roundabout which I may be needing to turn right at. So just keeping an eye on that and thinking, okay, I'm looking at the blue line and it looks fairly straight at the moment. There's no reason for me to worry about trying to get over just yet, get into the right hand lane. So I'm just going to stay in my left lane at the moment, looking around, moving on. I've got a series of traffic lights here, so I'm just going to keep left and continue through. Still a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. So I'm looking around, looking at the traffic ahead, which is slowing down a little bit again. Now there's a green sign up ahead that tells me that there are 3 lanes, and there are 2 go straight ahead and the 3rd one goes off to Fremlin Walk. I don't need to worry about that yet. Now it's still 30 at the moment, but we have got a 40 up ahead. So I'm just going to go through the lights here. Now I'm checking main and right, indicating right to move over into the right hand lane.
After 350 yards, go right on the roundabout, 3rd exit, B2012, Stacey Street.
So The roundabout sign is now changed and tells me it's I'm turning right. The sat-nav itself has told me we should be turning right. So now I'm starting to check main and right,
Go
indicating right
on the roundabout, third exit.
Looking to the right hand side. It's a roundabout, so I'm giving way to the right. Doesn't seem to be any traffic coming through, so I'm keeping on the right hand side. Now a bit of slow traffic here, so I'm just taking my time, making sure there's enough space for me first. Going past the second exit, so now I'm checking main and left, indicating left to take that third exit. Going straight ahead. Now she might say go straight ahead.
Cross the roundabout, second exit, B2012, Stacey Street.
So across the roundabout, second exit. So not the first one, it's the second. Main and left indicating left. Back in the left lane, we want to go straight ahead. The blue line's telling me we're keeping left. Straight through.
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout, second exit, Lower Boxley Road.
So we're going to be turning right at the next roundabout. She's told me it's the second exit, even though it appears to be there.
Go right on the roundabout, second exit, B2012, then, after 350 yards, turn right, Wheeler Street.
There appears to be 3 exits here, but actually there's only 2, thanks to the fact that it's a no entry. So everything looks good. So there's one on the left, one on the right. So that's my right hand turn. Now we're going straight ahead. Again, she's telling me in 300 yards we're turning right. Now, at the moment, I'm looking at the sat-nav thinking, okay,
after 200 yards, turn right, Wheeler Street.
So we're needing to turn right. Now I'm not taking the first turning on the right, but I do need the right hand lane. So I'm checking main and right, indicating right into the right hand lane, and then rolling up to the traffic lights. Now,
turn
traffic
right,
lights,
then after 200 yards, turn right.
The white line for the traffic lights is quite far away from the junction, because the junction is quite tight and sharp, and it would be difficult for articulated lorries to get round. So I'm now I'm keeping my right hand lane. I'm looking around, making sure everything is safe. I'm going to go when it's green, so I'm looking around, moving into the road. I will, just for personal reasons, to indicate right. I prefer to indicate rather than not. And it's basically telling people what we're doing. That car is now stopped. We've got a green arrow on the traffic light, so we can go. And we can continue down the road. Now the road itself is quite narrow, so we're going to just take our time, sort of 20 miles an hour, being aware of pedestrians on the right. Could be anything coming our way.
After 100 yards, turn right.
So she's telling me to turn right, which is probably where that blue and white P is. So we're going to check main and right, indicate right.
Turn right,
around.
then you have reached your destination on your left.
So I'm turning right into here, and then I'm going to find a convenient place to pull up on the right hand side. So I'm going to check main and right, indicate right, and find a good place to park. And we'll straighten up and stop about there. Beep beep beep, button push down for park, flick up the handbrake, and we're done.